sense of and get the what you lost out on, you'll be able to catch up on all of those. Cool. So let me see. Yeah. So and then without further ado, I would like to begin this town hall. So let me share my screen a little. Cool. All right. So once again, thank you so much for joining. And Turing, and so at Turing, we really want to create the future of work, which we believe is remote. And that means, so you'll hear this theme throughout this town hall today, but we want to make sure that you have the opportunity to the best opportunities possible out there, regardless of where you live. And we would like to create this experience through remote collaborative work. So before we go further, so many of the questions that you may ask can actually answered in the FAQs. So in the you see on the top, Turing.com jobs FAQs. Please check it out and see if your questions are already answered. And if your questions are not answered, please ask here. And one thing is, we will not have time to answer any individual questions, such as, "Hey, I failed this test. Can you help me reset it?" So those individual questions, please send it to support@turing.com, and we will be able to give you a one-on-one individualized help. Cool. So before we go further, just wanted to quickly go over some of the most frequently asked questions, because a lot of you probably have questions regarding this, and those are already answered here, so you don't have to wait another 40 minutes to get to the Q&A. So the one thing I want to highlight here is that Turing is very different. So Turing is not for everyone, but Turing is for people who want to pursue full-time, long-term careers at amazing jobs in Silicon Valley and other top US companies. And therefore, so this is not for the part-time gigs, but if you're interested in growing your career, growing your actually international career with the best companies and the best teams comprised of engineering leaders from a lot of big tech companies, this is a platform for you. And one more important thing is that if you want to be considered as a Turing developer, go to developersturing.com, complete the seniority assessment. There's no, by the way, pass-fail. It's just we want to see where you are so that we can match you to the right roles. And also for the tech stacks you're interested in, please take those. And we have a quick 30-minute live coding challenge, which will assess if you can actually write code. So after clearing all of these, you will start getting a list of kind of job offers curated by the Turing team. And so yeah, after that, you are part of the Turing community, and we will be able to show you different jobs. So I have one more slide. I think the most important thing is that here, first one. So there are a lot of companies out there. Also, by the way, we're going to be pretty transparent here. So there are a lot of companies out there, but the experience is, to be honest, not that great over there. They take a percentage of the salary, they take commissions. So we're not a commission-based company. You get 100% of what you get 100% of the net salary that you are promised. And so we heard that some other companies ask people to, hey, give us the percentage of the your salary. We don't do any of those. And also we take pride in ourselves that you get paid on time, the full amount. And if you finish work early, then it's, you still get the full amount. You actually should be rewarded for finishing work early as a senior engineer. And so payment is something that we take very serious care of. We want to make sure that you're fairly compensated. And all of these questions and a few others, you can go to FAQ page. You will also have the link to that after today's event. So you can go there to see more of those. Cool. So with that said, let me talk about Turing a little bit, and let me introduce myself a little. So my name is Char, and so I've been with Turing for about 2 years. And what I do at Turing is to bring amazing engineers like you and help you go through the vetting process. And once you are vetted, help you get matched with the amazing opportunities that are out there. So my success is aligned with you, and overall Turing success is aligned with you. And today's session is to really help you learn more about what Turing's about, why Turing is different than traditional office work or even freelance work that are out there. And we're hoping that by the end of it, you have more knowledge of Turing and decide to go with us. So one key theme is that Turing wants to create a win-win relationship between the employers and the developers, you. So, and for that effort, we have been called one of the most innovative workplaces in 2021, and also Forbes put us as, I think, 16th most best startup employer, like in America. So that's kind of on par with the like a lot of Slack and a lot of the big companies that you've heard about. And we're continuing to invest more in the experience, as you can see, so that you're not only joining us today, but you will stay with us throughout your career. So Turing, another thing is that Turing is backed by executives and investors of all these big tech companies. And we put this slide here to ensure you that Turing is different than many of the other indirect competitors, traditional office work, or freelance. We're really trying. So we're really trying to help you help you get closer to great opportunities that you had not had access before. And Turing has relationships with some of these companies to help you kind of grow your career further. Turing, we have 3 promises for every Turing developer, and that's helping you get connected with elite US jobs. So by helping you get connected with it, you have long-term career stability, you have better pay, and you are also able to work with some of the greatest engineers from around the world. So we want to help you land a lot of those jobs. And we're also creating a community where, so you will hear that's a repeated theme throughout today's town hall. You'll be part of a community where amazing engineers like you are part of and growing careers together. So the community is oriented towards helping you have long-term career growth. And we're building out teams actually and products to help you accelerate your career growth, getting to the next level. If you want to get to the next level at this international level, then here's some resources that you can access to get there. Here's what you're good at, here's what you're not good at, and helping you get to that, helping you kind of improve and get to the next levels. So Turing is a place for long-term growth, helping you work in amazing jobs as part of a community. Here are some reasons that developers love Turing. Number one is really the quality of work. So as part of a Turing's developer process, so you sign up and get vetted. The same thing applies to companies that are applying to Turing to be part of the community. So we actually vet companies that are coming in, and I think it's about less than 50% of the companies that are good are actually allowed to be in. So the quality of work is naturally higher, and that means, to break this down even further, that means a lot of those companies or a lot of those jobs are actually with the engineering managers that are very competent. A lot of them are like ex-Google, ex-Facebook. And so you have a lot more fun and clarity in terms of the work that you do. And second one is, of course, better compensation. I think this is a no-brainer. And third one is a less downtime. So Turing's work is a long-term, full-time. That means you don't have to think about switching between one freelancing gig to another freelancing gig. So because the average engagement with the Turing partner is between 6 to 9 months. So that means you don't have to worry about like finding another job, all of that, like again and again. And in fact, after your engagement is over, so let's say today's May, right? Let's say in May 2022, your engagement is over. Maybe you're looking for something different. We have a team called the Developer Success Team, who will proactively reach out to you and say, "Hey, how things are going? Oh, you want to switch to a different engagement. So let me start sending you different opportunities that may be suitable for you." So you start talking with them and say, "Oh, yeah, I want that job." So we try to make sure that those jobs are aligned by the time you want to switch to a different engagement or your engagement is over. And fourth thing is that because we have this entire team dedicated to helping you succeed, collaboration is a lot easier. And we also built a tool, product that you can use to get in touch with people right away. Or we also enforce, routine performance reviews, so that if there's any feedback, then you can get it in a very constructive way, so that your collaboration is a lot smoother. Okay. So today we have about 250 developers working full-time with the elite US companies. And so I wanted to show you some testimonials from some of those developers. And a lot of those developers, that you will see today, they have originally joined to work with Turing US partner companies. However, their experience has been positive, that they wanted to help other developers join Turing and further their careers. So so many of them are actually working internal core teams right now. So you have the flexibility to work with partner companies, but also with internal teams that are building products to help you and others propel their careers further. So here's one example. So he used to work at he's Melissa. He used to work at Microsoft and the Clinton Foundation, and he joined Turing so that he could work on a variety of interesting opportunities. And we have Eder, who's from Brazil. So he was able to propel his career further by working with tech leads and engineering managers at the different. From there's a great engineering culture companies So kind of going back to the previous point, engineering teams are run by competent engineering managers. So you have the opportunity to accelerate your career and also have better collaboration. Third, we have Zach, who's currently working internally. He worked as a both office employee and freelancer before, and for him, this was a kind of the best of both worlds, where he could get a higher pay without having to constantly think about. So freelancing is almost like running your own business. So this was a great opportunity to get a higher pay, have a flexible schedule, but also not worry about the, for example, having to constantly find work, having to constantly think about getting paid. So Turing combines the best of both worlds and want to make sure that you're happy within the community. Emphasizing on the community piece a little more. So these are some of the events that we had in the past, and you will see that we have people from Hungary, people from Croatia, India, also I think in Brazil, coming over and really like getting this touring. So this is really a global community where people come in, help each other out, and kind of progress your career together. And we have a lot of events going on, so that you can easily get to know them, learn about cultures from around the world. So this is a very, very unique experience. So one theme is that Turing's success is aligned with your success. We want to help you become Turing engineers, and also once you become a Turing engineer, we want to. So we are heavily invested into the community. We would like you to stay with us, and the way to do that is to help you grow your career to the next level. So if you're kind of on the fence about joining Turing, hopefully this has been helpful, and we look forward to having you as a Turing engineer. So on the developerturing.com, please go through all of those, and after passing those, you'll be welcomed as a Turing engineer. And this is actually not the end of the town hall. We want to give you we want to talk about 5 more things that will help you they will help you succeed as a Turing developer during the vetting. So number one thing is that a lot of people have asked about, hey, how do I get support? And second thing is we want to show you some of the jobs available on Turing now, and some of the jobs from before as well. And third is how you can kind of spread the words and help other friends get opportunities, get access to these amazing opportunities, and also get paid in the process. Number 4 is this is a new product innovation that we're bringing to you. I think next week. So you can take the coding challenge whenever you are free. So you don't have to wait to find the time that interviewer is available, but you can take the coding test immediately, and we will show you how to do that. And 5th, we want to end it with the Q&A. So if you have any questions, please ask in the Q&A tab. Without further ado, let's go to support. Santiago? Let's see. Looks like Santiago is having some internet connectivity issue. So let me actually go over the support with you. Yeah, so for the support, I mean, this is pretty simple. So we have built a new support team. So we have influx. So Turing had a kind of a big like a growth stage, and so we got a lot of volume in terms of support messages. So we actually built a new team to support you during the Turing's vetting process. So if you have any questions, please email support@turing.com for support, and you will get an answer within 24 hours. Another thing is that later this month, so we're targeting later this month and early June, we also provide an NLP-based chatbot within the product itself, so that you can get support anytime you want, right in the app as well. Second thing I want to discuss with you is what kinds of jobs I can get. So, I mean, a lot of you here came here to get amazing jobs. So let's talk about some of those. These are some of the companies that Turing has worked in the past or still working. So this is only a sample. We actually have about 200 plus jobs that we're matching people for, like on a quarterly basis. And I just wanted to highlight some of those companies. So, for example, Lambda School is, is indisputable industry leader in terms of helping people learn how to program, become great software engineers. So, Lambda works with Turing to hire great engineers who can build products to help other people become great engineers. And Proxy is an identification management system that is working with the U.S. government, but also the Dropbox, Google, and various other companies to help with the better data management. So, for example, making sure that data doesn't get leaked, making sure that identity is across different platforms. So we have quite a bit of engineers who have been matched with Proxy and working to improve the user privacy, user identification throughout the web. And for the Villagem, so for the Villagem, so it's a telecommunication. We're helping people. We're helping people wherever they are get the best quality of a healthcare that they deserve. And we have companies working on the smart home system. We have other healthcare companies. So these are some of the companies that are hiring on Turing. And we have literally hundreds of other companies that are also hiring on Turing. And so, but this is like some of the kind of quality opportunities that I wanted to show to you. I mean, so actually, one more thing. So I'm actually very, very excited about opportunities we can introduce you to. One company that recently started hiring is an electric car company, and you can work on the future of cars, and you're working at the intersection of software and hardware, and I mean, this is really exciting. So what you're working on is translate into hardware and actually become electric cars that are really changing the environment, helping with the global warming. So you can make a really big impact by working with the Turing's partner companies. So let me actually show you some of the jobs that are currently available. So one opportunity is by working on this, you can help people afford their first home ever. So this company is providing creative mortgage solutions for first-time home buyers who can achieve the dream of owning a home. So you're helping tens of thousands of people buy homes for the first time. And so this is the role that I talked about. So this is an electric car company. You're creating software that is helping the company build the electric cars, ranging from apps, internet applications, and also the on the car applications, applications in the car themselves. And we also have an opportunity for you to work on kind of a quantitative finance. This is a hedge fund that is looking into, hey, how do we use data and software to improve the improve the returns they're making. So I want to show you these 3 jobs to show you that, hey, no matter your skill, we have opportunities for you. And also they're in a wide range of industries. So, and when you become a Turing engineer, you have the flexibility to switch between those engagements. Okay. And one thing I want to show you is hopefully we are convincing you about the value proposition of Turing. One of the questions people frequently ask about is, hey, this sounds great. I also have amazing friends who would be interested in this. How can I introduce Turing to them? And also on the Turing part, for the time you're spending in to refer your friends, we want to also make sure that you're getting paid, you're compensated for the time that you're putting in to bring them to Turing. So let me show you. So let me show you about this part as well. So yeah, if you go to developers.turing.com, then you see this tab right here. So you can go there and type in your friends' email addresses and send invites. Then we send emails. We send emails to your friends. Hey, so and so refers you to join Turing. Please check it out. Here's what Turing is about. And so for each friend who's hired by Turing CVS partner company or internally for at least 1 month, you get paid $250. So that means if 4 of your friends are hired by Turing's partner company for at least 1 month, then you will earn $1,000. And you can also track how your friends are doing. Obviously, this is my test account, but you can see that, hey, here's my, you can kind of track the status of the friends you've referred. So the point of this is that we want to make it very, very transparent in terms of, hey, here's where your friends are, and you're getting close to the unlocking the referral reward. And we want to make sure that once that happens, that you're getting paid. So we're making this process very transparent. Let's go back. One more thing is, let me make sure. Yeah, so kind of a faster way to pass Turing's vetting. So we are introducing a new innovation. So one of the frustrations that we've heard a lot and is that, hey, I am available only this time and that time, and I don't have, so I'm trying to interview. So after you pass Turing test, you will be interviewed by the Turing staff. But hey, I don't see the time slots that are really good for me. So we're rolling out this new product that help you help you take the kind of a coding challenges without having to wait for the interviewer's availability, so that you can take the test whenever you're convenient and start getting matched with jobs as soon as possible. So one thing I want to point out here is that we created this product because many of you have spoken to us about the frustration. So we want to listen to you. And if you have any suggestions about, hey, I'm having this issue, please let us know at support@turing.com. And in the survey that we're going to send out after today's town hall, so that we can build those tools for you. Cool. So that's, let me see. So that's pretty much it for what we had in store for you today. And what I would like to do is I would like to do a Q&A. So on the right-hand side, if you look at the Q&A tab, you will see many questions that people have already asked about. So if you see any questions that you like, please go there, upvote, so that we can start going through the questions with the most upvoted answers. If you don't see any questions, please ask right there, and we will try to get there. Again, any kind of individual specific questions, such as, hey, for example, hey, what kind of opportunities available for, let's say, React Python? So something specific, we will not be able to answer in this session. For that, go to support@turing.com, and we will be able to give you more individualized support. Cool. All right, thank you. Chenos Oji, thank you so much for asking this question. So can Turing assist people without job experience to get developer? Because okay, cool. So this is a good question. Thank you so much for asking. So actually, can you go back? Yeah. So okay, I brought the question back. So for this one, let me see. So Turing is for so this may disappoint a few folk here. Turing is so many of the jobs available on Turing require at least 3 years of a professional experience, and so 3 years of a full-time professional experience. So we have, so most of the opportunities are geared towards those roles. And so seniority assessment, by the way, you were talking about work experience, which is a so we ask questions related to, hey, how much experience do you have? If you have a, let's say, if you are operating at the tech lead level, then we are going to match you for these roles so that you could succeed. If you're, let's say, 3 years of experience, more like a mid-level, then we'll match you to this. So for the work experience, to answer the question, so we have some jobs available for the junior developer roles, but most of the jobs are geared towards mid and senior level roles. With that said, we do actually want you to we do encourage you to go further in the process, because we are actually getting some junior roles and within internally as well. So we will reach out to you and ask about, hey, would you be interested in this kind of roles? And if so, let us know. So most of the roles are mid to senior, but we do have junior roles. So yeah, so we'll encourage you to proceed further, but most of the jobs will be mid to senior. Let's see. Short answer is no. Thank you so much for asking. You're Kalashnikov. So short answer is no. And what we want to do is we want to make sure that you have the opportunities based on your actual work experience and based on your actual talent. So we do ask questions about the like, hey, what kind of education experience do you have? But it's not a requirement. And a lot of Turing US partner companies have also expressed that hey, we want people who are really good at their work, care less about the pedigree they have. So hopefully that answers the question. Okay, let's see. Hold on. I think we skipped some questions. Let me go back. So another question from Europe. Thank you so much. So if I fail any of the rounds, how fast can I reply? So this is a good question. The seniority assessment actually doesn't have pass or fail, as I briefly mentioned. This is really to assess at what level you're operating in. And for us, knowing that is critical because we want to help you succeed. And so we want to make sure that you're matched to the job opportunities at the right level. And so there is no pass fail, but more about just leveling. And for the stack test live coding challenge, so for that, we ask you to, so we send, the invites 3 months after you take the test if it doesn't go well. So the answer is 3 months. Okay. Tax obligations. Good question. So this is kind of funny because this was actually the one of the most frequently asked questions, and I think it's actually in the earlier FAQ slides that we went over. Thank you, Aditya, for asking. So by the way, if anybody's interested in learning about this more detailed answers in the FAQ section of the Turing website, which the link of which we're also going to share in the follow-up email that you'll receive after this one. So to answer this question briefly, this will be from the country that you live in, not US taxes. So the way it works is that, I mean, you should not be obligated to pay US taxes. I think it's unfair. And you'll be paid in full of the your salary. And then you'll be paying taxes based on the country of your residence. And the short answer is the parent country, and also this will be different based on where you're from. Let's see. Zuhair, thanks for asking. How can Turing help people improve their skills to meet the most US remote jobs demanded by most US remote jobs? Okay. So let me see. So let me break it into 2 parts. Number 1 is during Turing's application process, and second is after you become a Turing's vetted developer. So first one, during the application process. So after, let's say so we make it very clear in terms of, hey, here's saying the product, you would say, hey, here's where our jobs are, and here's what they're looking for. But also, let's say, as one example, as Yura mentioned, let's say you have a live coding test and things don't go well. What happens is that after that, you will get an email from us saying, hey, here's hey, you didn't do well in the live coding test. Here's areas that you can improve upon, and here's the resources that are available to help you get to the level that our Turing partner companies are looking for. So that is how we are providing help during the vetting process. And once you become a Turing developer, so you're part of a community, and we are building teams and products to help you. Let's see. So there's actually a lot in it. So let me just break down to further pieces. So you'll be working with the different partner companies of Turing, right? And we have a product that does a routine check-in with you and say, hey, here's what you're doing great at, and here's where you can improve upon. And that is based on the feedback from the like engineering managers that you're working with. Also, we do some routine other check-ins with you. So we want to provide frequent feedback to you so that you can get the personalized help in terms of what you should be doing next, how you can improve further. And so, and the next piece is that, so this is on our roadmap. We are creating some learning modules to help you easily gain access to those resources, like education materials, to help you go to the next levels. And another thing is that the community piece, right? We're building this kind of like a Stack Overflow kind of a community. I think that's the best way to describe it, to help you get answers from others who are working remotely with Turing, to kind of get their kind of a tips, know-hows, and other things that can help you succeed to kind of get to that level. So those are kind of two. So I just wanted to give you as granular answers as possible, but that's how we're aiming to help you kind of improve your skills. Okay. Let's go to next one. Can I get a refresher? I think so. Mohit, thanks for asking this question. So this is related to the first question, right? Hold on. I think there's a glitch. So let me go back. So I want to, So by the way, if it keeps reverting, sorry about this, but I want to make sure that your question is answered. So technically yes, but the probability is going to be a lot smaller compared to having the a lot of years of experience, people with a lot of years of experience. That's just how the Turing and US partner companies, what they're looking for. And so short answer, yes, but the opportunity size will be a lot smaller. And but as you gain more experience, then you start getting your door will start opening up more and more to a lot of great opportunities. So let me, cool. So let me just answer this one and then go to the next one. Akif asked about, hey, I don't see .NET C# related jobs on the Turing job portal. Can it be completed? No, it does not have the options. So I think this is interesting. So we actually have quite a bit of .NET C# related jobs. Okay. So the job portal right now is going through some renovation right now. So one thing to kind of stress out here is that all the jobs, so some of the jobs on the job portal only shows you a fraction of the jobs available in Turing. I just want to kind of emphasize this here. So jobs portal does not contain all of the jobs that Turing has. And even those, we're actually revamping this quite a lot in the algorithms. So we have a lot of .NET C# jobs. So what I would ask you to do is to email. So actually, if you go to Turing test page, let me actually give you a live support. Yeah. So go to Turing tests. Actually, I have a C# here. So yeah, go to so there's we actually have .NET. Look for your skills here. I think there's another .NET. So those will be available. Please go there and take test in the skills that you're good at. And if you run into any glitches, I'm gonna stop sharing. If you run into any glitches, go to support at Turing.com, and they will be able to give you more kind of a personalized support. Let's see. Should I focus on algorithms more to clear the Turing technical test? Thank you for asking this question, Rahul. So Turing's, I think what you mean is the live coding test. So for the live coding challenge, so these are very similar to what you would see on, let's see, HackerRank, LeetCode. So this is the kind of so these are, yes, algorithm part. So the format of the test is going to be, hey, here's 30 minutes, and here's an easy algorithm problem for you. So solve that problem by writing the code. So that's what the format is like. So yes, you should focus on the algorithms to clear the Turing technical tests. Let's see. Are there any developing jobs or just testing? Thanks for asking this question, Yash. So I think you're asking, yeah, I mean, there are definitely a lot of jobs on Turing. No, so Turing is, so we've been around for about 3 years, and we have matched literally like hundreds of engineers with amazing opportunities. And so we have jobs for developed from around the world. If you wish to see some of the testimonials, if you go to Turing.com YouTube page, you'll be able to see their testimonials, what their experience with Turing is like, what kinds of work they're doing with the different Turing partner companies. You'll be able to see all of those. So thanks for asking this question. So, let me make sure. What happens if you fail one test out of a 3 tech stacks? Any chance to rewrite? Cool. So 3 tech stacks. Oh, okay. So this is actually a very good question. I actually didn't think about this. Thank you for asking this question, Ike Chukwu. Sorry if I butcher your name. So I think what happened was when you signed up for Turing, I think you selected 3 different tech stacks. Now, you need to pass only one of the tech stacks that you have chosen. So it's not an AND operator, it's more of an OR operator. So let's say that you have, so I'm not sure which tech stacks you chose, but let's say you chose React Node, React Python, and let's say, I'm gonna throw something out there. Let's say Ruby on Rails and Vue.js, right? Let's say that for this, you only have to pass one of the 3 tech stacks. So for example, if you've done well on the React Node, then you're advanced to the next stage. So hopefully that answers the question. Okay. Let's see. So we will do 3 more questions in the interest of time, and then I will kind of close our town hall with the next steps. Is computation scaled based on location? For example, folks in India are paid less than someone in the US. So let me see. I think there are actually 2. Let me just break it into 2 parts. Number one is the kind of a geographical, and number 2 is that what kind of a criteria we look at for this concept of compensation. So short answer is that compared to the US, yes, it will be slightly lower, but it will be definitely higher than what you're getting paid locally. So for example, a lot of our developers have frequently let us know that what they're getting paid on Turing is at least 20% higher than what's available locally. Some developers have expressed that, hey, this is actually double what I am paid locally. So Oh, we got 3 minutes. I just got a warning. So it is based on the location, but we want to make sure that you're fairly compensated. Actually get paid way more than what you're paid locally. And in fact, that's one of the promises that I referred earlier in this presentation, that we want to help you grow your career and grow your compensation. Now, let's go a step further. Now, is that an absolute rule? No, actually. So what we care more about is really your ability. So, for example, I think a great example is ML engineers. ML engineers, there are a lot of branches within ML, but the what do you call it? It's a skill that is highly sought after, and regardless of where you are, if you're good ML engineer, you are great ML engineer. So what I want to stress out here is that your skills are more important factor to your compensation than many other things. So I just wanted to mention you that part. Let's see. What are the skill sets that are in demand? So in the interest of time, so what I would do is I would go over high level, and then what's going to happen is I will do a follow-up email, and I will make sure to include the hey, here's where kind of a job breakdown, where here's like the most popular skills, but to kind of go over high level. So so React-based tech stack are the most popular tech stack right now. So that includes the most popular of which is React Node, Viva React Python, and etc. And the second most popular is a Python-based opportunities. So, for example, what do you call it? We have so I mentioned the React Python, but also Python Django, Python Flask. So a lot of Python-based opportunities, full stacks, are also popular. But also Python can be used in many different areas. So which means that for Python, we have roles for full stack web development, but also data engineering, of course, like ML. So we have a lot of various roles that are available for Python, and so I'm sure we have people from all over different tech stacks. So what we would do is that we'll show you a snippet about what that looks like, so that you can get more, so that you can get better help as a follow-up to this event. Okay. So, let me answer this one first. Murad asked, thanks for asking. After finishing successfully the 3 steps of selection of Turing, the selected candidate will be interviewed by the other company or not? Oh, interesting question. It depends. Frankly, it depends. So for many Turing customers, actually trust Turing's vetting process. So what they do is that, so let me give you a more kind of a insight into like how this works. So after you have passed vetting, then you have actually gone through a very rigorous process. And now that's why we now call you a vetted developer. And companies come in, a lot of companies come in and say, hey, we like your vetting process, we trust your vetting process, and therefore we want to hire developers based on this. So many developers actually start working without getting interviewed, which, by the way, also surprised me when I started learning about this. Now, some customers, they have their own rigorous vetting process as well. So what happens is so there's an interview process where you do actually interview with the customer, but compared to the traditional interview process, which involves like talking to the 5 people, like 6 people, multiple rounds of interviews, usually that's just one interview. So hopefully that answers the question. Let's see. So yeah, I just got notified that we went over time. So okay, so yeah, we're 1 minute past. So so we have a lot of questions. We would love to answer all of those. So for questions, so let me try to make sure that we will, in the follow-up email, we answer some of these questions. We also, by the way, send out a summary about what has been discussed in today's town hall, so that if you came in late, you can see the answers to some of the questions before. So we want to make sure that you have those. But if you have any questions that you were not able to get answered, please email us at support@turing.com, and we will give you an individualized answer. So with that said, I want to thank you, everyone, so much for coming to Turing. It's a global town hall. So we had about 3,000 people from a lot of countries joining us today. I want to thank you so much for the time that you have taken out. And please be on the lookout for a follow-up email that will come to you. And in the follow-up email, you will not only get the summary about what happened today, but also the opportunity to ask any kind of questions there. But also we will ask about, hey, how did you find today's event? Because we're going to host this every other week. So every 2 weeks, we're hosting this. So what kinds of contents do you want to see next? What could we have improved? What did you like about? So that for the ones you like, we're going to continue doing so. For the ones you wanted to see, we're going to add those content so that town hall is more beneficial for you for the next one. So, yep. With that said, thank you so much again. I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.